It's time for RiffTrax.
I do too. What? I know all right. But do you know what they do?
A movie? Are you in the middle of something?
We could come back.
Yeah,
Sit down, you
well,
two. If I gotta
well,
sit
what?
through this, so do
What
you.
kinds there are? Kinds of what? Drugs.
Ah, good. I was
know.
beginning to think
You
this
know,
was
you
about
smoke 'em.
louvers.
Sure, like a cigarette. And you can take them like a pill, too. And you can sniff them. You can what? Sniff them. Smell them like a flower.
You can fry them like bacon and
It's
serve them up
true.
with hush
And you can
puppies.
stick them in your arm with a needle. A needle? A big old needle. Not me, boy. What if you had to? Why would I have to?
You know, if Phil Spector forced you to.
What? Well, I mean, what? Drugs are like that.
So drugs are like injecting
If you bounce
yourself
that ball
with
in the house,
drugs.
I'm gonna tell. Oh, all right. Come on, we'll build something.
Someone's coming, duck.
Oh, it's too late. We're made. Everybody scramble.
Original music by Charles Manson.
Things you just can't stop. And drugs are like that too.
Drugs are like your toys. Your toys are like your toys.
Drugs are like
You're
that.
gonna teach two kids who keep a giant Lego box filled with drugs.
Maybe how to hide them better?
And like a player playing in a daze. Yeah,
I call the amphetamines.
I call the hallucinogens.
Whee!
it may not hurt, but then again it may.
But drugs and cereal to start your day.
Drugs are like that too, I
It's
know.
the Lego William Burroughs starter kit.
How come you know so much? About what?
About extruded polymers. What have we been talking about?
About drugs and stuff. A lady came to our school today.
Her name was Miss Winehouse.
Kids feel like getting back to the movie anytime soon?
Do they all do that? What? Make you act funny.
You know, make you write novels and move to
Sure.
France.
What'd she tell you? Who? The lady.
Right, sorry, she was handing out OxyContin like Valentine
Like what?
candy.
She told us about a baby. A what? A baby.
What in God's name is a baby?
This is a baby.
What the hell?
The baby
This is an
lives in a
instruction
crib
manual for
because he
Martians?
can't take very good care of himself. The baby wears diapers because, well, we know all about that.
Kid's potty
The
trained. He
baby
just
is
had a
kinda
sack of White
scared,
Castles.
So
He wants
sucks
to be
on this
ready.
thing to take his mind off his troubles.
Oh, man, that's good. Oh,
Drugs are like that.
Yes, drugs are like harmless things that are not drugs.
Uh-oh.
Okay, fun's over, guys. Give me back my nook now. Come on, man, I mean it. I really need that nook. I'm getting the shakes. Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Give me my nook. Oh, God, I'm dying here. Oh God, here come the DTs. Oh, spiders! Spiders! Oh, God! Give me my nook!
He must really have been hooked on that thing.
we'll give him methadone instead.
Drugs are like that, too.
Ah, so now drugs are like torturing infants.
You know what
Got it.
that means? Hooked? Like he's gotta have it. Yeah.
It's like me and my addiction to Laffy Taffy. Yeah.
Give me that.
You're welcome.
Wonder why he's gotta have that. What? That thing he puts in his mouth. 'Cause he's dumb.
You mean Mom's
Not
breast?
dumb, he's a baby. You don't think babies are dumb? No, they're just,
Mike.
Come on, they're the ones torturing infants.
babies. That's what I said. That's kid stuff, I guess.
And so continues one of the great debates of the 20th century.
What are you making? Something.
You know, drugs are like something.
Windmill? It's something. Is it a windmill?
They gotta check their house for carbon monoxide.
Who? The lady. Oh yeah. Did you ever step on a crack? A what? A crack.
What's a crack? Is it a baby?
A what?
A baby.
What baby?
This is a sort of a game, not stepping on the lines and cracks. It's kind of fun. But if you play it long enough, it can get to be a habit. Drugs are like that.
Oh, okay, so to sum up thus far, drugs are like a baby's nook,
Right.
they're like torturing infants, and now like a stupid children's game.
Yes.
Habits are very easy to get started and very hard to stop.
So he's a step on a crack.
Pretty dangerous sometimes.
Yes, thousands are killed every year by playing Step on a Crack.
Habits can cost you a lot of money.
But it's free samples of linoleum glue and there's been no takers.
He's been like this ever since he walked in on Bella Abzug in the shower.
In the long run, habits are a lot more trouble than they're worth.
Take me. I can't stop narrating.
Drugs are like that, too.
Drugs are also like carpet and silence.
The lady said that habits were very easy to get started and very hard to stop.
I could.
You could what?
Stop a habit.
Why don't you listen, you bonehead?
Hey, calm down,
What?
Bill. Calm
Have
down.
any habits?
No.
You bite your fingernails.
That's no habit. I could stop whenever I wanted to.
Glenn Campbell, Ewan McGregor, Strom Thurmond.
Why don't you then?
Because...
It's a side effect of the riddle,
Why
and
did that face?
You're welcome.
How about the way you fold your hair?
What about it?
That could lead to
That's a
heroin.
habit.
Oh, it is not.
You do it all the time.
I could stop any time I wanted to.
Gloria Steinem, Janet Reno, Strom Thurmond.
Why don't you then?
Because.
Samuel Beckett wrote this, right?
Yes, if by Samuel Beckett you mean a brain-dead box turtle.
I do.
Is it some kind of a machine?
What?
Your toenail. Your Lego thing you imbecile!
You two.
Come
Calm
on.
down.
Is it a machine?
It's a machine. It's a machine. Didn't she tell you they make you act funny?
What?
Ah, you stupid children! Stupid,
okay, Mike,
stupid!
Relax, Mike.
You know where we're coming from.
Sure she did.
What'd she tell you?
Who?
Said it was like if you were a real good ball player.
And you took your HGH like a
This
good
guy's
boy.
pretty good ball player. He can catch, he can throw,
He can fake a talk screen every time.
he can hit, he can run.
He can self-inject with a microneedle.
He can even do something silly just because it makes him feel funny.
Ha-ha funny or Dane Cook funny?
Lots of things make you feel funny. Drugs are like that.
Drugs are like random Moog synthesizer noises, too.
Of course, when you get to feeling that way, you can't do quite so much.
I'm gonna
and you
heave.
can't
Oh,
do
my
it quite
God.
so good.
So does playing Step in a Crack lead to harder drugs like spinning?
Got bad, man. God says I wanted to spin on the swing set before every game. I lost my job, my family. I got kicked out of the 5th grade. It was hell.
Some things can make you look pretty stupid. Drugs are like that, too.
All right, hang on. I'm losing count of what drugs are
Why
like
would he
now.
do that?
Why would he do what?
Get all funny, dizzy, and try to do something, like play ball.
Who would
That's
play
the
ball?
thing. Suppose it was like a
Like a what?
Like a rock.
habit, you know.
You mean like the lines and cracks or something?
Yeah, like that.
Or that baby and that thing he sucks on?
Yeah.
That thing is your mother.
Boy, that's dumb.
No wonder that baby we hired to do our taxes last year messed up the paperwork. They're just
What's it gonna
dumb.
do?
What?
What you're making? Is it gonna do anything?
You'll see.
It'll be
I
the
bet
last
I'll do
thing you see, actually.
Machine, I'll do something all right.
I bet it's a windmill.
That's really dumb.
And I'm talking
What?
baby level
Drugs,
dumb
taking
here.
drugs.
Oh yeah. And that's not all. You know something else the lady told us about?
What?
How great liquor is.
I'm gonna get some cookies.
This is someone who's doing something she's not supposed to.
Showing her underoos on film.
Oh,
She's not supposed to get into the cookie jar. It's like there was a law against it.
Yes, Warren Court precedent, Jenkins Children v. Mommy and Daddy.
Some things are against the law, you know. Drugs are like that.
Drugs are also like hats, rain, and wildebeest.
But go
Oh,
back
big
and look
sugar
at it
rush.
another
Oh,
way.
boy.
She's not supposed to go after the cookies.
So her guardian angel tries to kill her.
I regret nothing.
Maybe that's the reason she's not supposed to go after the cookies.
Because her parents
Maybe
are
it's not
helpless
such a
to
bad
move them
law
lower or
after
lock them up.
But she can't talk about that right now. She's wondering whether those cookies were really worth it.
I want my lawyer.
Drugs are like that, too.
Did I mention that drugs are also like ball peen hammers and fondue?
pretty bad to go through all that. Hand me that.
I just knocked it off Robert Conrad's
That's
shoulder.
the whole point, silly. What point? About drugs. What about them? Like, if they get to be a habit.
What
you
habit?
Look silly and get hurt and get punished and everything.
Though you do get to hang out with Pete Doherty.
Ristledy, rustledy, now.
Are you gonna make it work?
You'll see.
Are you gonna tell me what it is?
It's a
It's an
sister shutting
internal
upping
motion
machine.
What's that?
It's a machine, and it works, and it's perfect, and it just keeps on working.
I'm sold.
I thought it was a windmill.
Yeah, well, it's not.
What do you mean, hurt? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Okay, you guys are cut off. You too, you
How do you know
jabbering
they
movie
can't?
kids.
How do you know they can't? Because that's what the lady said about the lake.
What lake?
Hey, Nessie, you
This
in?
looks like a great lake to swim across.
Well, good night.
This looks like great water to dive in. This looks like a great rope to swing on.
Or piss up.
The whole setup looks great,
Eye on Pensacola.
but it can fool you. Drugs are like that.
And like bookbinding. And
Never mind
hands.
what they look like they'll do. It's what they might do you have to worry about.
Diagram that sentence, I dare you.
The rope might be great to swing on,
What, he had it tied to his junk?
but it might make you look pretty stupid.
To all the wee
The water
woodland
might look great
creatures.
to dive in, but it might be a real pain in the neck. The lake might be great to swim across,
Sure, if you're Tracy Calkins.
The dead marshes aren't a good place for recreational swimming.
but it might be all she wrote. Drugs are like that, too.
And like weasels and celery.
So they're not sure drugs can hurt you. They're not sure they can. So why do people fool around with them?
What?
Just dumb, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the stupid babies. Stupid babies.
Terrible rendition of Sweet Georgia Brown.
Want to see my internal motion machine work? Can I turn it on? Go ahead.
Remember, the kid said this is an internal motion machine, so this is just a cover for the real action inside.
It really works.
Of course it works. I planned it all out.
He printed it all out.
What do you mean, lucky? Every single part is doing just exactly what I wanted it to.
Internally. See.
You know what?
What?
People are like that.
And drugs are like people, too, as well as this.
We're like the machine.
Why not?
We take good care of ourselves, don't do anything dumb, and everything works fine.
Except for those idiots who get
Yeah, I
cancer.
guess.
Yeah.
What would happen if we made one little change, just for fun?
Did what?
Just
What?
tried one little thing, just for kicks.
You know,
I
kicks.
don't know. Go ahead, try it.
You probably won't lose both arms.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave?
It's gonna blow!
It's just Legos.
No, I mean the rest of the short. It's gonna blow.
Ah.
So does this mean the kid's an engineering savant or the world's worst Lego builder ever?
I don't know, but drugs are like that, Bill.
Thousands died that day, and people from around the globe asked the same questions. What? What do you mean? What's that?
All you did was try one little thing.
I just did it for kicks.
The kicks defense was admissible in court during the 70s.
You know what?
What?
What do you mean?
Drugs are like that.
Ah, good. Message received. Hey, let's get some drugs in us, ASAP.
Yeah.
Getting older is a lot like walking down a street you never walked down before.
With
You
car
never know
payments
what's
and
around
40
the
extra
next corner.
pounds.
Some of the things might be great.
Go short-lived.
Some of the things might be terrible.
Ah, a day without sunshine, no.
Some of the things might look terrible
Like
and turn
FDR's
out to be
Ghost.
great.
Like the lead singer from Hanson.
Some of the things might look great,
Like stealing James Bond's Aston Martin for a joyride.
and turn out to be terrible.
Like dead guys.
Or homosexuality or the juice of fruits besides oranges.
Drugs are like that.
They're also like Persian poetry, topsoil, the Ides of March, butterscotch pudding, and paper clips.
So be careful turning corners.
Ah, then this was a bicycle safety film all along?
It's a living thing. Drugs are like that too.
Well, guys, I have here the companion booklet to this short film, and we should fill in what the film didn't have time to cover, the other things that drugs are like too. Bill, why don't you start us out?
Okay, yes. It says here that drugs are also like Lincoln Logs, Gouda cheese, the Magna Carta, the experience of not quite remembering someone's name at a high school reunion, but the guy doesn't have a name tag, water, and box elderbugs. Kevin, take it.
Okay, let's see here. In addition, drugs are like heirloom tomatoes, Magilla gorilla, the breathtaking cliff formations of Southwest Creek, boats, some new techniques in arthroscopic surgery, and braziers. Mike, bring her home.
Yeah, finally, drugs are too, like shiny things, the presidency of Millard Fillmore, a caulking gun, the Formosan rock macaque, but not, this is important, the Japanese or rhesus macaques, Tim Conway, and drugs.
Drugs are like drugs too?
That makes sense to me, but I'm like drugs too, according to this booklet.
Well, song's over now, you hopheads. So long from RiffTrax, everyone.
RiffTrax is like drugs.
Here.
It's time for RiffTrax.
Copyright by RiffTrax, all rights reserved.